Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 11th September 2025. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. And meanwhile, those who wants to learn complete free training on supply demand zone price action, you can access all the training lessons at our NeoStock YouTube channel. At our channel homepage, click on the tab post, then you get access to this post. Some of you may see community tab. If you click on the tab, you get the same post. And this post is having YouTube playlist link that is having all the training lessons. I clicked the link and then get into this page. Here scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. I also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. Please join at our Telegram channel. There you can find all the training instructions in the old messages. If you can learn the course according to those training instructions, it will be helpful to you to become a very good independent trader. Now I am going to generate different supply demand zone chain reports. First daily and 75 minutes demand and supply zones for identifying high priority, high liquidity zones for the high liquidity zone strategy learned in lesson 21.3 video. Excuse me. First daily time frame, stocks near to the daily demand zone. We got 12 stocks. And BDL is having a high liquidity zone. Torrent Pharma is having a high liquidity demand zone. We got 2 daily high liquidity demand zones. Next, daily time frame, stocks near to the daily supply zone. We got 6 stocks. NIFTY metal, high liquidity zone, but it is not listed in F&O. TI India is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. So this is a daily time frame. Next time frame, 75 minutes. Stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone. We got 10 stocks. Let us identify high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones. BPCL is having a high liquidity zone. And Obra Realty is having a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. We got 2 stocks. Next, 75 minutes time frame, stocks near to the 75 minutes supply zone. We got a high liquidity zone. Lodha is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. State Bank of India is having a high liquidity 75 minutes supply zone, and also Tata Chemicals. So total 3 stocks we generated, but remember Tata Chemicals this month, after this month, it will be removed from F&O list. Okay, these are the high liquidity zones. Next, let us look into I'm generating NIFTY, BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain reports. First, I'm generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. And remember, any supply demand zone chain, always you have to look into zone column to find the high liquidity zones, pierced column for pierced zones, and LTF trend for finding the trend of the current time frame. And you already learned one time frame higher is ITF, one more time frame higher is HTF. And also don't forget to pause the video when I'm moving from one report to another report, because I'm giving you very few seconds time to watch the report. Once you study, you can proceed further. Okay, I am going back and generating a weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, I am generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, I am generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. The nearest demand zone for the 5 minutes time frame is serial number 29, pierced zone. Let me put it in the middle of the page. Okay, this is a Nifty supply demand zone chain generation. Next, I will generate Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain, changing the name to Nifty Bank. That is nothing but Bank Nifty. Generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating a daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The nearest demand zone for the current closing price, serial number 22. I will put it in the middle of the page. Okay, this is a Nifty and Bank Nifty. Next, I will generate sideways bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly and daily income trades. And daily time frame, demand zone here of daily, sideways long trade setup, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhancer score 11. This is for monthly income trade, sideways long trade setup. And entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. Next, sideways short trade setup for monthly income trade. No zones are available. Next, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. First 17 stocks in the list. Entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 23 daily demand zones are listed. We can further filter based on high probability zones. First, daily and weekly demand zone confluence for all the 23 stocks. Now the list is reduced. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list, total 19 stocks are filtered. Daily and weekly zones are overlapped. And let us set a weekly demand zone with weekly EMA. Further filter on this list. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA. We got 12 high probability trade setup zones are filtered. But if less than 20 checklist items satisfy, then only you have to plan the trade. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next filter LTF, ITF, HTF, demand zone confluence, removed EMA. Daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly. With all three filters, we got 4 stocks. And the monthly supply zone for the first 3 stocks, let us verify. EMA confluence, and monthly demand zone with monthly EMA, not monthly supply zone, monthly demand zone with monthly EMA. Trend on the monthly should not be sideways, should be uptrend. So one stock. So this is a high probability trade setup, demand zone. But less than 20 checklist item should satisfy, otherwise it will be violated. So this is bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade, entry time frame daily, entry zone, supply zone. So daily I am selecting bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 12. So 4 stocks are filtered. Bearish trade setup monthly, entry time frame zones, daily supply zones. High probability trade setup zones we will identify. First, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence, daily and weekly. Sorry, this is demand zone. So daily and weekly supply zone confluence. All out of 5, 4 are filtered. And weekly trend is down trend. Let's further filter based on weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. So this daily supply zone having high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise zone might be violated. And LTF, ITF, HTF I am not filtering because all are sideways trend in the HTF time frame. Okay, next I am going to generate weekly income trade reports. Entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. At 75 minutes I am selecting sideways long, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 11, and pierced demand zone, pierced count. At 75 minutes time frame, minimum 0, maximum 0. That means zone is not pierced. 75 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Sideways long trade setup for weekly income trade, and all the entry time frame zones are daily demand zone. So total 7 stocks we got. But you should apply only if less than 30.3 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next sideways short trade setup, 75 minute supply zone, and here sideways short. 1 stock is filtered, 75 minute supply zone. Next, bullish trade setup, 75 minutes demand zone, here bullish, odd enhance score 12. We got 13 stocks. Bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame zone, 75 minutes demand zones. So total 13 stocks we got. High probability trade setup, 75 minutes demand zones. Let us identify. First, LTF, ITF demand zone confluence, that is 75 and daily. After enabling this filter, we got 10 stocks. 75 and daily are overlapped. And daily trend is uptrend in all stocks, further filter with EMA confluence at daily time frame. Daily demand zone with daily EMA. So 7 stocks are filtered. So these 7 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise zones might be violated. Next, we will filter LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence, removing EMA, demand zone confluence, 3 filters, 75 and daily, 75 and weekly, daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With all 3 filters, we got 6 stocks, 75, daily and weekly trend is up in 4 stocks out of 6. Let's filter on the 4 stocks. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because bullish trade setup. No stocks are filtered. No weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Okay, next. This is bullish trade setup. Next, bearish trade setup, entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone, at 75 minutes. Bearish zone achievement. VOZ minimum order enhances score 12, and also 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So we got 6 stocks. Bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minute supply zones. Let's find high probability zone in this list. First filter LTF, ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. Out of 6 we got 4 stocks. So these 4 75 minute supply zones are overlapped with daily supply zone. And daily trend is a downtrend in all the stocks. Let's further filter with daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Because 75 minute supply zone is inside daily supply zone. One stock is filtered. So this 75 minute supply zone having high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence supported stocks. 3 filters we have to set in the supply zone confluence. 75 on daily, 75 on weekly, daily and weekly. With all the 3 supply zone confluence filters, we got 2 stocks. And here out of these 2, daily trend is down in only one stock. Let's verify in that stock any weekly supply zone, not daily, weekly. Weekly trend is down. So I'm checking weekly supply zone having weekly EMA, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. This is pivot trend, sorry. We have to use zone violation trend. Downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. So it is filtered. That way this stock is having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next I will generate a daily income trade reports. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone, demand zone, bullish, bearish, sideways at 15 minutes. Sideways long zone achievement. VOZ minimum order enhances score 11. And 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 2 stocks. Daily income trade, sideways long trade setup. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. Next, sideways short trade setup. Changes are 15 minutes supply zone, and here sideways short. We got 2 stocks. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes supply zones. Okay, next bullish trade setup for daily income trade. 15 minutes demand zone. Here bullish and minimum order enhances score 12. We got 10 stocks. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. Bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones, 15 minutes demand zones. So total we got 10 stocks. We can further filter this list based on zone confluence and EMA confluence. First filter is 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. That is LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. Out of 10, 9 are filtered. And in all the 9, ITF trend is uptrend. 75 minutes trend. So let's further filter based on EMA confluence at 75 minutes demand zone with the daily EMA confluence. 2 stocks are filtered. So these 2 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success. Provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next filter is LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. Removing ITF EMA filter. Demand zone confluence, 3 filters. First one 15 and 75 minutes, 15 and daily, and 75 minutes and daily. Demand zone confluence for all the 3 filters. We got 2 stocks. In these 2 stocks, these The first one is daily trend is sideways, but second one daily trend is uptrend. So uptrend you can use EMA Confluence. Let's verify. A daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA Confluence. At the same time, trend on the daily should not be sideways. It should be uptrend, bullish trade setup. One stock is filtered. So this 15 minutes demand zone might be having high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. So this is bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone. Supply zone, bullish or bearish at 15 minutes. Bearish zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and enhanced score 12, and 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got one stock, bearish trade setup. Entry time frame zone, 15 minute supply zone. Let's verify whether this is a 15 minute supply zone having any high probability. So I'm checking LTF and ITF supply zone Confluence, that is 15 minutes and 75 minutes. So that is not having, it is not having any high probability setup. So this is daily income trade reports. Next, I will generate NIFTY, stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames, starting with yearly. Price closed inside the yearly demand zone. We got 3 stocks. Next, price closed inside the yearly supply zone. No stocks. Next, half yearly time frame. Price closed inside the half yearly demand zone. We got 5 stocks. Next, price closed inside the half yearly supply zone. We got 3 stocks. Next time frame quarterly. Stocks near quarterly demand zone. We got 1 stock. Next, stocks near to the quarterly supply zone. No stocks. Next, price closed inside the quarterly demand zone. We got 20 stocks. We can further filter with EMA Confluence on quarterly time frame with quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA, and trend on quarterly should not be sideways, it can be up or down. We got 12 stocks. Next, price closed inside the quarterly supply zone. We got 14 stocks. We can further filter based on quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA Confluence, and also trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. We got 3 stocks. Next time frame is monthly. Stocks near to the monthly demand zone. We got 8 stocks. Next, stocks near to the monthly supply zone. We got 4 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone. First 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 28 stocks. Further filter with EMA Confluence on monthly demand zones having monthly EMA Confluence, and trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 14 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. We got 25 stocks. We can further filter this list based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA Confluence, and also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 9 stocks. Next time frame is weekly. Stocks near to the weekly demand zone. we got 6 stocks. Next, stocks near to the weekly supply zone, we got 7 stocks. Next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 33 stocks are filtered. We can further filter with weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. Trend on the weekly should not be sideways. So first 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 21 stocks are filtered. Next, the price closed inside the weekly supply zones. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. $63 stocks are filtered. We can further filter with the weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down. Now the list is reduced. First 15 stocks in the list. I am scrolling the list down. Total 23 stocks are filtered. Next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near to the 125 minutes demand zone, we got 9 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 125 minute supply zone, we got 7 stocks. Next time frame is 75 already generated. Next 25 minutes, stocks near to the 25 minutes demand zone, we got 13 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 25 minute supply zone, we got 7 stocks. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Stocks near to the 15 minutes demand zone, we got 1 stock. Next, stocks near to the 15 minute supply zone, we got 6 stocks. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Stocks near to the 5 minutes demand zone, we got 6 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 5 minute supply zone, we got 10 stocks. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. And the final report, I am generating stop buffers based on daily ATR. So first 17 in this list are indices, remaining are equity stocks. I am scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there pause the video, study, and then you can proceed further. I am scrolling the list down. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.